Inquisitor.
To talk about?
Can I ask you some?
You want to talk about me? No problem.
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
As you were.
Yes. Service. Inquisitor.
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been Emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds, who hold authority over title disputes. She became Empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a Chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most Chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The Chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only. She has organized the elves of Halam Sharal into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress?
It's not widely known, just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briella could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
Celine is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but
It seems that our messages never reached her. Someone intercepted them.
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
We shouldn't waste any time. Let's go to the Winter Palace.
the political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
It is a great pleasure to meet you, Inquisitor Lavellen. The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
And which one was the rightful one again? I keep getting them confused.
The handsome, charming one, of course, my lady. I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. My lady, are you prepared to shock the court by walking into the Grand Ball with a hateful usurper? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose, Gaspard. Finding him is my priority.
Are you serious? That is a grave allegation, my friend. A foreign power meddling now, of all times? I have no doubt this Tevinter is hiding within the ranks of the Elven delegation. They're up to something. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
Tell me there's more to your suspicion than the elves were acting dodgy?
That Ambassador Briella used to be a servant of Celine's. That is, until my cousin had her arrested for crimes against the Empire to cover up a political mistake. If anyone in this room wishes Celine harm, Inquisitor, it's that elf. She certainly has reason. Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Is that the Inquisitor?
An elf savage! Oh, Maker forbid!
This is Gaspard's idea of a joke.
You there! Rabbit! It was a gift from the Countess Montbelliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot go into the ball without...
Is this ring...
Its worth in coin is not a... It was a gift from a member of the Council of Heralds. She will never forgive me. Not even if I live to be 1,000...
That's a terrible...
If the Countess finds... Should you happen upon it... Mika, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
Is this the ring you were looking for?
You are a treasure! I cannot believe you found it. You have saved me a lifetime of mortification. How can I thank you enough? Where could it be?
This is a private conversation. Please leave.
Interesting.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight.
Are all the Delancey's here?
Maker, I hope not.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
I'm not intimidated by stuffy Orlesian nobles.
These people burn cities as a diversionary tactic and assassinate one another as a feint. The game is like wicked grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer in the Fade with the Firdiaman.
It might be a good idea for the others to hear this warning, especially Sarah. Maybe tell her twice.
I'll have a few discreet words. Everything will be fine. Andraste, watch over us all.
What is Gaspar up? Wouldn't...
I had no idea.
Is that the...
Interesting. I had no idea.
I wish there was more news coming from the corner.
It will take some time to get our men into the palace. I'll alert you when we're ready. It will take some time to get our men into the palace. I'll alert you when we're ready.
This dress uniform is preposterous. Formal armor would have been better. The sooner we go in, the sooner we can get this over with. This dress uniform is preposterous.
Can
Formal
Gaspar
armor
take the
would have been
throne
better.
without the backing of the Council of Heralds?
He plans to take it by
How could the
force.
Empress afford to
If the
renovate the
council
palace
recognizes
without
it,
war going on?
he'll march
I
against
heard that it wasn't renovations at all. The palace was damaged by Gaspar's catapults.
He fired on the Winter Palace? That's monstrous.
I had hoped to tour the Royal Wing Gardens again.
I have heard they are the finest in the Empire. It's such a pity the wing is sealed. I heard Celine was having the entire wing redecorated, but the timing is atrocious.
Why would she do such a thing now?
How long can Orzammar hold out with trade?
We have reserves of food supplies to last a few months, but the king wants trade resumed before panic starts.
I heard the Grand Duke invited the Inquisition.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Lavellen. Shepherd and leash of the Wayward Order of Templars, purger of the heretics from the ranks of the faithful.
He is so full of it. That's not how it went.
Champion of the Blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena.
Get on with it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed, hero of Orlais, right hand of the divine. Madame Vivienne, first enchanter of the Circle of Magi, enchanter of the Imperial Court, mistress of the Duke of Ghislaine. Her ladyship, my bulls each, of course. Sir Callum Stanton Rutherford of Hunleaf, commander of the forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall. Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the Fifth Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and left hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
I'm delighted to be here, Your Majesty.
We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales for long evenings. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I've never seen anything to equal the Winter Palace.
We hope you will find time to take in some of its beauties. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Tell me, Yvette, how are Mama and Papa? Are they in good health?
It's true. The Templars have returned.
We can hope this is a sign of things to come. What were they doing in the western approach?
Can I get you a drink, Commander Cullen?
No, thank you. Inquisitor, did you need some? The sooner we track down this infiltrator, the better.
Do you have any advice?
Orlesian social events don't fool. There are a few here we can trust. Be careful.
Who do you think the Inquisition should support?
Gaspard's claim to the throne is fair. Orlais needs someone capable of responding to the crisis at hand. A military-minded leader seems the best option.
You've attracted a following.
I don't know, but they won't leave me alone.
I take it you're not in...
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
Have you noticed anything?
Nothing that stands out. I doubt there's a single person here without ulterior motives.
We'll talk later.
I await your... Inquisitor, was there something you needed?
We'll talk later.
I await you.
Laurent was the love of my life. Remember my husband? And here we are. You haven't embarrassed yourself as much as I feared. Well done, my dear.
I've always wondered, what's the Orlesian fact?
We all wear masks, my dear, not just... Who you are as a daughter, a lover, a friend, are very different people. Orlesians codify this truth, make it visible. By giving each of these selves its own separate face, they believe they can be their truest selves, unmasked.
Anything happening?
Strange that I haven't seen much of Grand Duchess Florian. One could always find her clinging desperately to the Empress's skirts before.
It seems like you enjoyed...
This is the game, Inquisitor. Of course I enjoy it. If I didn't, I'd be dead by now.
Any words of wisdom for navigating the ballroom?
Speak to the Council of Heralds. 6 of them are here tonight. The 7th member of the Council is... His absence will complicate the negotiations. The Council are the highest-ranking players of the game. They see everything. They might know something we can use.
Tell me, Vivienne, where do you want the crown?
What I want is irrelevant, darling. Orlais requires stability, and that is best served by Empress Celine.
Be ready to act when I give the signal.
Always, my dear. Don't worry so much, my dear. I'll be ready when the time comes to strike.
Be ready to act when...
Always. Don't worry so much, my dear. I'll be ready when...
Be ready to...
Get these pastries out to the diplomats.
The Duchess has asked for too many. I can't carry them all.
Crotchruck
Beats his squire. He's a she.
as a bastard. Extra toes. What a fun, close marrying crowd.
Making any new friends?
Not like. They're all glances and titters. Not sure if they're allowed to like you yet. Pathetic.
Any thoughts on who we're investigating?
The Empress is pretty. It'd be fun to drink and kill stuff with Gaspard. Briala is friggin' funny. Elves, elves, elves. But it's really a pissing match with an old lover. Don't know the rest, but that explains a lot. They're all lying, but Celine's nice to look at. Good thing we're here to save her neck.
Any hidden treasures from friends of your little...
You mean, do any of the servants ferrying tarts between these windy tits hate them enough to give up a stash or two? I'm not saying yes, but... Wait, yes I am. There's some good stuff hidden around. Keep an eye out.
Think I can get you to dance with me later?
Me on their precious tiles? That's a good one. Besides, I don't. That's not me, yeah? Couldn't be me.
Back soon.
Not going anywhere. Is this it? Just looking at each other and what? I'm waiting for the party to start.
Back soon.
Not going. Is this it? Just looking at each other and what?
Back soon.
Not going.
Have you heard from your nephew?
Not since his...
Are you happy to see me at all, Josie?
It may not have been wise to attend this particular engagement, Yvette.
I didn't want to come. Mother made me. At least Haram Sharal has such pretty gardens. They're so darling. I took out my parchment.
Not another book of poetry.
Josephine! Oh, Josephine!
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella.
There can never be too many Lady Montiliers and...
Inquisitor, I've heard so much... Josephine writes... Is it true you found the Red Templars?
Yvette!
Everyone in Antiva City is saying so. Is it true?
There was dark magic there.
Oh,
That's quite enough, Yvette.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette.
she would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting on the antique. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my...
Have you actually sat down and finished?
I must wait for my...
And I must wait for your tutor's bills.
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of...
The dancing is so dull, Your Worship. But the Empress...
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
This may be my only chance to hear.
Oh, yes. As she told you.
Yvette, stop.
Fine. What about when we were climbing the...
No.
She once told...
Absolutely.
She still plays with her doll collection when...
Yvette! That's absurd.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
Inquisitor?
Hello.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
Inquisitor?
Hello.
I'll see you later.
Another time. I don't like that Grand Duke. Nobody should own as many hunting dogs. Is that right?
The only one to survive the Temple of Sacred
Good. I was hoping I would catch you. What did the Duke say?
He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court?
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
You should have told me this in the war room.
I didn't suspect her until we arrived. The last time I was at court, she was merely Celine's pet. No one cared for her. They just enjoyed the drama. Now she has secured powerful friends. It's a very abrupt change. She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
This ball is a waste of time. Let's find the Venatori collaborator and get out of here.
Have you witnessed anything? Nope.
Nothing yet. I will let you know.
You don't seem to care.
Orlesians pretend they're petty. Yes, let us treat murder, corruption, and We are here to save Empress Celine, and it galls me. Why does she merit our protection? The Empire would be better off without her. Gaspard is the leader Orlais needs in this crisis.
You support.
Of course not. Chaos is what Corypheus... Were it up to me, however, I would let Selene... He would see the true threat, not spend his time throwing balls and writing letters.
Stay alert. We don't...
I'll be watching for trouble. Are we ready to move out?
Stay alert.
I'll be watching. Are we ready to move out?
Stay alert.
I'll be
I should look around.
Leave us.
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
Well, that's useful.
I don't like that Grand Duke. Nobody should own as many hunting dogs as he does.
Maker, if I have to clean up... Yes, ma'am.
Interesting. Well, that's useful.
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
Awfully selfish of this, Philippe. Running...
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would... the night of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspard's death threat. Thank you for listening to me rant. You are too kind.
Well, well, here as a guest of my nephew, no less. How curious.
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspard. Never listened, never did what he was told. He was raised a prince. All his life we told him he would be emperor. It was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life if not fight for his destiny?
Have you noticed anything strange this evening?
My niece Florian hasn't spoken to me all evening. That's not like her.
What can you tell me about the Civil War?
If you are hoping for insight, you've come to the wrong man. It's war. It is brutal and terrible and sometimes necessary.
Another time.
Inquisitor Llewellyn, don't head into the servants' wing if you value your neck. Not one else gone in there tonight and come out again.
Our man was supposed to make a pickup in the garden hours ago. Bastard's likely dead by now.
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke Germain? His own uncle.
Germain bore his nephew's...
Well, well. What's this?
My lady! My lady Inquisitor!
May we have a word? It is very important. The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
How can I be certain this message is from the Empress?
We three wear the masks of House Valmont.
They signify that we are public faces of the Empress.
They are also extremely fashionable.
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in her holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
Let me guess. All she wants in return is for me to help her defeat the Duke.
Oh, this is not meant as a bargain by any means, Inquisitor.
The support of the Empress is not conditional. It will be yours once the negotiations are concluded.
The Empress is the most skilled diplomat in Thedas. Gaspard is hopelessly out of his depth.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
Interesting. I had no idea.
This is a private conversation.
Where has that servant gone?
Interesting.
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
You only said that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
Did you need something?
If I heard correctly, you'd like...
We have had enough of them. My steward will contact your ambassador.
Gentlemen.
Enjoy the ball, Inquisitor. I will... Enjoy the ball, Inquisitor.
get back to the ballroom.
Well, well, what have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith, delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
If you want something, say it.
I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I didn't realize I was watched so closely.
All eyes are upon you, Inquisitor. Indeed, you distract from more important matters.
Such as?
Such as the unwelcome guest I recently found and killed within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
You left Celine alone? Is that wise?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough, for the moment. 'Twould be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
Why did you kill the agent? He might have had useful information.
I would not have slain the man on sight had he not attacked me first. Why? Undoubtedly, I caught him in an illicit act. I did not know from whence he came until after the battle, and regret only that I could not capture him alive. What intentions the Imperium has here, I suspect you know far better than I.
Briala's people are whispering about disappearances in the servants' quarters. This key may lead there.
The ambassador does have eyes and ears everywhere, does she not? Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does.
It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol.
I'll keep my guard up.
The game is like Wicked Grace played. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of... You are safer in the Fade with the Fear Demon.
Especially...
Everything will be fine. Andraste, watch over us all.
I wish there was more news coming from the convent.
Why are there so many aliens?
The Empress
How could
invited...
the Empress afford to renovate the palace without war going on?
I heard that it wasn't renovations at all.
Well, that's useful.
I can hardly believe it.
Interesting. I had no idea.
Shepherd and leash of the Wayward Order of Templars, purger of the heretics from the ranks of the faithful.
He is so full of it. That's not how it went.
Champion of the Blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena.
Get on with it.
Cousin. Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is... How do you find Halam Shiral?
I've never...
We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Tell me, Yvette, how... Are they in good health? Do they want for anything?
Papa's perfectly happy in the studio. Mother is the same as always.
Meaning she's after you to do more work.
You always take her side.
I don't take her side. I happen to think, as she does, you might attend to more of the estate's duties. Also, do stop slouching.
See me at all, Josie?
It may not have been wise to attend this particular engagement, Yvette.
To see me at all, Josie?
It may not have been wise to attend this particular engagement.
It's true. The Templars have returned.
I heard Celine was having the entire wing redecorated.
Speak to Squire.
But the time
He's a she.
atrocious.
As a back. Why would she do
They're
such
all
a thing
glances
now?
and titters. Not sure if they're all lying, but Celine's... I'm not saying yes, but...
Think-
Besides, I don't...
Max,
Not good.
Good. I've had dealings with her when the circles rebelled.
there must be something here.
Leave us.
Interesting.
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one off the garden. Statuette.
Interesting. Just gossip. Waste of time. Good to know.
Guess what?
Philippe should have returned hours ago.
Just gossip. Just gossip. Well, that's useful.
Well, well, here as a guest of my nephew. What else should he do with his life? My niece Flora. It's war.
Inquisitor Llewellyn, don't head into the servants' wing if you value your neck. Not one elf's gone in there tonight and come out again.
Our man was supposed to make a pickup in the garden hours ago. Bastard's likely dead by now.
Did you hear what Gaspard said to you?
Well, well. What's this?
The Empress has sent us with... They are also extreme... She will pledge her food. Please. I had hoped to talk.
Interesting. Boring. Good to know.
What were they doing in the...
Interesting.
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
The Inquisitor to be so delightful.
back to the ballroom. That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
Well, well. The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the... delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of... What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
We may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much, but not all. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I don't know. Do we?
You are being coy.
I'm being careful.
Not unwise, here of all places. Allow me to speak first, then. Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
You left Celine alone?
I must return to her anon, but she would be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
Why did you kill the agent?
I would not have slain the man on sight. Why? Undoubtedly I caught him in an illicit act. I did not know from whence he came until after the battle. What intentions the Imperium has here, I suspect you know far better than I.
Briala's people are whispering about disappearing.
The ambassador...
must be something here. Back to the ballroom. That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
Well, well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith, delivered from the grass. What could bring such an exalted creature?
We may never know.
Such intrigues. I am Morrigan. You have been. Perhaps you and I hunt the same.
I don't know. I'm being
not unwise, here of all places. Allow me. Recently I found, and so I offer you this in where it leads, I cannot say. Yet if Celine is in danger,
you left Celine.
I must return to her anon, but she would be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
What's your interest in protecting Empress Celine? Are you her bodyguard?
Do I seem a bodyguard to you? If anything were to happen to Celine, eyes would turn first to her occult advisor, even if they knew otherwise. There are sharks in the water, and I will not fall prey to them. Not now, not ever.
Why did you kill the agent?
I would not have slain the man on sight had he... Why? Undoubtedly I did not know from whence he came until after the battle, and regret only what intentions the Imperium has here. I suspect you know far. What comes?
Lord, you are an interesting one. A Dalish in the Winter Palace. More genteel than the Grand Duke. That's put this lot in their place, hasn't it? You, Inquisitor, are a delight. But you have other dances to perform first. Perhaps you will save me a dance for later?
I'd like your opinion of this.
It's doomed to fail. At least it should be amusing. We haven't had such a ménage.
Have you noticed anything?
Too few Imperial guards stand in attendance, my dear.
Good evening,
I still remember the day they came to tell me that my second husband, Philippe, was thrown from his horse.
And here we are. You've done well so far. Keep it up. Remember, my dear, this is war.
I've always...
We all... By giving each of these selves its own separate face.
Anything.
Strange that I haven't seen much. One could always find her clinging desperately. This is the gaming.
Any words?
Speak to the council. 6 of them. The 7th... His absence will... The council are the highest-ranking players of the game. They see everything.
Tell me.
What I want is irrelevant, darling.
Be ready.
Always.
My third husband, Pierre, lost his life.
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you again. You look radiant.
Marquis, it's been far too long. How's your family in Valchevin?
No complaints, my dear, no complaints. You must come to the chateau to see the girls. They will be overjoyed.
Missed them very much. Little Sylvie must be 10 now, no?
11, and already up to my elbows. Oh, how they grow.
Perhaps I shall call on you soon.
Excellent. Now I must dance with the Dowager. It was lovely to see you, my dear.
Look at Lady Cambion's slippers. Trimmed with... And those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose.
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn golden jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe But Lady Cambien's family has recently lost most of its... So, how did Cambien acquire such a grand... These are all useful questions, no?
You're different here than in Skyhold.
This is Halam Shiral, Inquisitor. Of course, everyone is where I learned this very young. All this, the smiles, the small... For some of us, it has become so familiar that the steps may be performed in our sleep.
Who do you think the Inquisition should...
What we need most of all is a stable Olay. Either Celine or Gaspard can give us that.
I found this out.
Very interesting. A little more dirt like this. If you find more, let me know.
Have you seen it?
Oh, yes. Halam, but no sign of our Tevinter infiltrator, I'm afraid.
I should go.
I always... Ugh. So many crimes of fashion.
Have you seen anything?
Oh, yes. But no sign of our Tevinter infiltrator, I'm afraid. I always...
Inquisitor, did you need something? The sooner we track down this infiltrator, the better.
Do you have any...
Orlesian social events. There are a few here we can trust. Be careful.
What do you think the...
Gaspard's claim... Orlais needs someone capable of responding to the crisis at hand. I don't know, but they won't leave. At this point, the head...
Have you noticed it?
Nothing that stands out. I doubt there's a...
We'll talk...
I await you. Inquisitor, is there something you needed? I await you.
Why would the Empress invite that elf woman?
The game, of course. Celine has something up her sleeve.
Inquisitor, to what do we...
We are always delayed.
Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
If the evening ends favorably for the Empress, how does the...
Her Imperial Majesty brings the might of the Orlesian Empire with her friendship.
She is also a respected diplomat and world leader. She can forge alliances for you with Rivain, Antiva, and she throws the best parties.
Perhaps you could tell me something then. We haven't been properly introduced.
How rude. Milady Inquisitor, may I present
And Lady Colombe.
And of course, Lady Fleur. We are the Empress's ladies-in-waiting.
I'd like to know more about Empress Celine.
Her Majesty has held the throne since...
She is respected and beloved.
She doesn't care much for liver, and she drinks her tea black.
I'd like to know more about the negotiations. It seems strange to hold peace talks to...
Oh, do your people have no customs surrounding great occasions? How sad.
By Orlesian tradition, moments of great solemnity are celebrated with revels and feasts.
While joyous occasions are given time for reflection.
We must never forget that life is both bitter and sweet.
The ball is an opportunity to celebrate life and hope for the future, while we mourn those killed in the war.
What can you tell me about the other parties involved in the talks?
Gaspard is a decorated general, much beloved by the Imperial Army, and a...
He is better suited to the battlefield than the throne, and he would gladly make his...
He's also fiend.
Lady Briala has great intentions to change the lives of the...
Even if her plans could never work and would only provoke hate crime.
She is an idealist, but her lack of patience could prove disastrous.
What is the Empress trying to accomplish with the negotiations?
Peace is her only objective.
Gaspard and Briala are driven by personal ambitions, but...
The war must end tonight. We must conclude this to deal with the larger crisis.
My investigations turned up something interesting. It concerns the Grand Duke. He's made a lot of threats to the Council of Heralds.
The Grand Duke is all talk, Inquisitor.
Very loud talk, accompanied by swords. He has never had any skill at the game.
My investigations turned up something interesting. It concerns Ambassador Briala. She killed ambassadors from both Celine and Gaspard and forged documents to...
How despicable!
After the Empress extended her hospitality? She's better at the game than we thought.
Her people have infiltrated every part of the Winter Palace.
This is extremely alarming, Inquisitor.
She could be spying on our every word. How exciting!
My investigations turned up something interesting. Good evening.
Until next...
Do take... Enjoy.
Is there something we may do for you?
We do so. We will speak to the Empress on your behalf.
Good evening.
Until...
Do take... Enjoy.
Duke Gaspard has made a fortunate alliance.
Inquisitor Lavalin, how many of the guests? You've charmed some of the nobles. What brings you to me?
I want to know more about the peace talks. What can you tell me about...
Gaspard is a warmonger. He served in the war against Ferelden and fought a dozen skirmishes on the Navarran border. He's a simple man. Celine is the voice of reason, but reason is cautious. Reason looks for compromise, however sorely it may be needed.
I want to know more about the peace talks. I had a question.
I'm an elf, Inquisitor. I'm good at what I do. And so it matters. I will help my people no matter the...
I've been told you were romantic.
I didn't take you for a gossip monk. I suppose your spies have already briefed you, so there's no point in pretending. But we've gone our separate ways now.
What's your story? How is an elf invited to...
Empress Celine and I have... There was a time when I put my spies at her disposal. We had a falling out. Now we are negotiating to determine whether I return to her side in the war.
What do you mean?
She betrayed me. Turned me over to the guards on a trumped-up charge to save her... It wasn't personal. It's the game. That's how all Orlesian... It wouldn't do to let the court know she had an elven... friend.
If she doesn't win you back to her side, what do you intend to do?
I have contingency plans. I'm not a child putting... This evening gives me access to Duke Gaspard. He's challenging. Not as progressive or persuadable as his cousin. But with time and sufficient blackmail, he might work with us.
You just told me you have reason to be...
I know it's incriminating. Few harbor more resentment against Celine than I. But if she died after inviting me here, the court would... An elf assassinating the Empress? Alienages across Orlais, across all Thedas, would be purged. That cannot happen.
I want to know more about the peace talks. You might be interested in what I've found. It's about Gaspard. He's been threatening the nobles on the...
Typical. Gaspard's always been a bully, regardless of the Chevalier Code.
He's been threatening the nobles on the...
Typical. Gaspard's always been a bully, regardless of the Chevalier Code.
You might be interested in what I've found. It's about you, actually. You murdered negotiators and stole their documents.
In Orlesian politics, Inquisitor, murder and If that shocked you, wait until Celine shows her hand.
I found the drop point, Briala. I know your people...
Of course they are. I'd be a poor spy master if I didn't have spies, Inquisitor.
We'll speak...
Another time. Inquisitor. Becoming the darling of the court, I see. How can I help you?
We'll speak more later.
Another time.
My friend, come. You've been busily charming the court, I see.
I discovered something you might be interested in. It's about Briala. She's killed ambassadors.
You can prove this. What is she trying to accomplish? She bears closer watching than I thought.
She's got people hidden among this.
I suspected as. She's a difficult adversary to predict. There's no telling what move she intends to make.
I discovered something you might be interested in. It's about you, in fact. Want to tell me why you were threatening the members of the Council?
The language of politics, Inquisitor. Most of the Council are Celine's lapdogs. There was little chance I could win their support any other way.
I'd like to know more about...
All of Orlais knows the heart of it is simple. But my cousin, Celine, is a politician, while I am... They gave the crown to her, and while it looks fetching on her, I intend to take it.
What's your claim to the throne?
The 100 Days Cough swept Val-Royeaux in 877. It killed thousands of children. There are only 3 living grandchildren of Emperor Judicael I. Myself, and I am the eldest. By rights, the crown should have passed to me.
If you're the rightful heir...
I am the oldest, but I lack the Valmont. Celine is a Valmont. When there is any doubt surrounding the line of succession, Celine outplayed me, forming alliances on the council for support. So they passed over me in...
So you intend to...
It will take heroic effort on my part, Inquisitor. The talks will take most of the evening. Make her willing, we will emerge triumphant.
I'd like to...
All of... They gave the crown to her. The talks will take most of the evening.
I have a question about the peace talks. You didn't extend this invitation out of the goodness of your heart, Grand Duke.
As you might have guessed, I'm not the most political man. If the nobles believe the Inquisition supports me, it will help in negotiations. And I take joy in watching the scandalized expressions when they see us together.
What can you tell me about Celine and Briala?
Briala may be called ambassador. She works towards some hidden agenda. Elves have no place in... Celine is a skilled player in the game. She knows how to get her way with a... But the game is a farce. I will prove that a few hundred chevaliers are better than diplomacy.
What will be going on in these negotiations?
We will whittle one another down with words until we are bored. Celine will talk circles around us. That elf will glower and cast suspicion every... Somehow, by the time they stop serving drinks, our war will be ended. Politics, my friend.
We have a giant hole in the sky.
You and I are in complete agreement, my friend. The courts give me a battlefield. When I am emperor, there will be changes. No more of this. The nobles may not like it, but after a few lose their heads, they'll fall in line.
I have a question about the peace talks. What are you hoping to achieve at the...
I intend to take back what... Celine stole the crown through politics. The Empire has been mired in intrigue for too long. We need a clear course of action.
What action did you...
The Empire is declining. We cannot allow I will see Orlais return to glory as the strongest nation in Thedas.
You intend to
I like to solve problems in the simplest manner, my friend.
We'll speak later.
Another time.
Did you see Gaspard dance?
I've an idea, Josephine. You should invite all the family to Skyhold for the summer.
You'd be bored the second you stepped past the gates. Skyhold is a fortified castle, not a holiday resort.
Don't you miss us?
Of course I do, Yvette. There's just so much work undone.
You always put these tasks ahead of us.
Well, I'll see if I can come home for your gallery showing. How does that sound?
Oh, that would be so nice. Do you promise?
Yes, I promise.
Oh, wonderful. Josephine! Oh, Josephine!
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
There can never be two.
Everyone in Antiva City is saying so.
There was.
That's quite enough, Yvette. Really.
Which power?
Celine Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom.
Tell me.
You
And I must wait for your tutor's bills.
Sorry, Josie.
Go on.
This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
This may be my only chance to hear about when.
Oh, yes.
Yvette.
Fine.
No. Absolute.
She still plays.
Yvette! That's absurd.
I'll see you later.
Another.
Inquisitor?
Hello?
I'll see.
Does anyone have a report on the casualties in the Dales?
Is this it? Just looking at each other and what? I'm waiting for the party to start.
Any hidden treasure?
You know the answer. It's yes, and there's more. Keep it up.
Any thoughts on?
The Empress is pretty. They're all lying, but Celine's nice to look at. Good thing we're
Back soon.
not going in.
Where are Alban and Colette?
Who cares? Is that Marquis Etienne? This ball is a waste of time. Let's find the Venatori collaborator and get out of here.
Have you
Nothing yet. I will let you know. Or legions Yes, let us... The Empire would be better off with... He would see the... I'll be watching for trouble. Are we ready to move out?
Stay alert.
I'll be watching for...
This could be worth checking out.
caught in the with this crap. What fully qualified arsehole stops to kill a cook?
They always kill the servants first, my dear. Otherwise they could run and warn someone.
Oh, sure, reasonable, innit? Friggin' garbage.
Must be the elves Briala's people are looking for.
Whoever did this ought to be down here somewhere. Worth a look around, right?
This was no servant. What was he doing here?
This man was a council of Herald's emissary. Curious to find him here.
The crest of the Chalon family. Duke Gaspard will answer for this.
Time to have a word with the Duke.
No! No!
Venatori agents! The Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
fancy meeting you here. Shouldn't you be dancing, Inquisitor? What will the nobility say?
Aren't you supposed to be negotiating, Ambassador?
Welcome to the Imperial Court, friend. This is our diplomacy at work. You cleaned this place out. Will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Herald's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
He was dead when I arrived.
I expected as much. You may have arrived with the Grand Duke, but you don't seem to be doing his dirty work. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
Are you sure he's behind this? He was too easygoing for a man plotting treason.
Don't let his charm blind you. He's Orlesian. That smile is his mask. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
What do I have to give you in exchange for this army of spies?
Help me, help our people. I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought.
More politics and double-dealing. Is there anyone here who is not corrupt?
It's the game, my dear. Everyone plays it here. An elven locket, stored away in a palace safe. Unwise, Celine.
That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
Inquisitor Lavellan, we met briefly. I am Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
Is there something I can do for you, Your Grace?
Indeed you can. I believe tonight you and I are both concerned by the actions of a certain person. Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Very well. Shall we dance, Your Grace?
I'd be delighted. Have the Dalish gained a sudden passion for politics? What do you know about our civil war?
I assure you, the effects of this war reach far beyond the borders of the Orlesian Empire.
Perhaps it does. I should not be surprised to find the Empire is the center of everyone's world.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
I think I can agree with that, yes.
Then you have lifted a terrible burden from my heart, Inquisitor. The world is filled with doubt and uncertainty. Fear rules more hearts than any empire. I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
A little of both, actually. This evening is of great importance, Inquisitor. I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
An excellent question. I might ask the same of you, Your Grace.
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport in Orlais.
You have little time. The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
I'd happily do more dancing. Just not with Corypheus.
I promise not to invite him to your next ball.
Were you dancing with Duchess Floriane?
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
The Grand Duchess tried to convince me Gaspard is the traitor, but I'm not sure I buy it.
Floriane and her brother are thick as thieves, but she would give him up in an instant to save herself.
Then, the attack on the Empress will happen tonight.
Warning Celine is pointless. She needs these talks to succeed, and to flee would admit defeat.
Then perhaps we should let her die.
I won't stand by and let her die.
Listen to me carefully, Inquisitor. What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with Selene alive, that could still happen. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening, someone must emerge victorious.
And it doesn't need to be Selene. She's right.
Do you realize what you're suggesting, Leliana?
Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one.
You're asking me to decide what's best for Orlais.
More than that, whoever controls the Imperial throne will affect all of Thedas.
You cannot stop Corypheus without a decision. You must support someone, or all is lost.
Then we should support Selene. She is the rightful ruler. Why would we say otherwise?
Because she led Orlais to this point. I say Gaspard, provided his sister is wrong about him.
I would suggest Briala. She could bring true peace, not only to the Empire, but also to its elves.
This is, however, your decision, Inquisitor, not ours.
I can't decide this. Not yet.
You must. Even inaction is a decision, Inquisitor.
You could speak to Selene in the ballroom, but she won't act. Not without proof.
If Gaspard is guilty, he'll admit nothing. If he's innocent, he knows nothing. We need the truth.
What did Duchess Florian tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the royal wing, that he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Then get me access. And in the meantime, get your soldiers into position.
At once. Be careful, Inquisitor.
So much, my dear. I'll be ready when the time comes to strike. Always.
Maximilian swept me off my feet. It was such a scandal. A fourth marriage to a man almost half my age. Lady Inquisitor.
Good evening, milady.
Lady Inquisitor.
Have you noticed any...
Too few Imperial guards stand in attendance.
Good evening.
Don't worry so much, my dear. I'll be ready when the time comes to strike.
Anything?
Strange that I have... One could always find her clinging desperate. Always.
My dear Maximilian. Get the four chevaliers to hunt down.
So many crimes of fashion.
Have you seen...
Oh, yes. But no sign of our Tevinter infiltrate.
I should go...
At all.
Inquisitor, is there something you needed?
Have you noticed anything out of the order?
I'll let you know at once if I do.
We'll talk.
I'll wait. Inquisitor, is there something you needed?
Have you...
Not yet. Other people. Not you.
We'll talk.
I'll wait.
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valoyaux.
Is there something we may do for you?
We do so. We will speak to the Empress on your behalf.
My investigations turned up something interesting. It concerns the Grand Duke. I found Gaspard's knife in the servants' quarter. His own sister told me that he intends to assassinate...
You're quite so...
That would be true.
Husk, there must be some...
Do you have proof of this? You must find proof so she can arrest Gaspard. She would never call off negotiations, even to save her own life.
My investigations turned up something. It concerns Ambassador Briala. I made a fascinating discovery.
Oh dear. That is very interesting.
I'll get her, Matt.
Inquisitor, I regret that we did not have time to speak earlier. No doubt you have questions about many things.
I found an elven locket sealed in the palace vault. You must have considered it quite valuable.
It was sentimental. I don't know why I kept it. It was a foolish thing to do.
What made the two of you part ways?
She wanted change, and she thought I should deliver it. My word is law, Inquisitor, but laws don't command people's hearts. Culture does not transform itself overnight. I failed her. I should have dared more. But the past, like so many things, is beyond my command.
It's nice to see that even the Empress of Orlais makes mistakes.
Thank you for coming tonight, Inquisitor. I have business to attend, but I hope we will speak again.
Is there something we may do for you?
We will speak to the Empress on your behalf.
Good evening.
And
enjoy.
We meet again. Given any thought to what I said?
What exactly would the Inquisition get?
My spy network doesn't span just the Dales, Inquisitor. It spans the Empire. And even expands beyond. Ears like these don't miss much. Help us, and the secrets of half of Thedas could be within your grasp.
You might be interested in what I've found. It's about Gaspard. You think Gaspard was behind the murder of that council emissary?
Gaspard is ruthless. He wants the throne, but to conspire. If you intend to stop him, you'll need. Celine will never end the talks until she has no other choice.
I found an elven locket.
Let me see that. She kept this. What was she thinking? If Gaspard had found this, it would have ruined her.
It might have meant something.
Maybe it did. She held on to it.
We'll speak
another time.
It is always good to... You seem better at making friends among the nobility than I.
I discovered something you might be interested in. It's about Celine. She had an elven...
Briala's, no doubt. Was that not quite damning enough for scandal? But such a trinket could be useful leverage against one or both of them.
It's about you, in fact. There's a council of heralds emissary in the service.
No. Who would try to pin such a crime on me? The elf? It seems unlike Celine.
Was
another...
Anyone have a report on the casualty? Inquisitor? Inquisitor?
Hello.
I'll see.
Is it true the Inquisitor was headed out of the Fae by Andraste?
Is this it? Just looking at each other and what? I'm waiting for the party to start.
Back.
Not good.
Are we ready to move out?
Have you witnessed anything?
Nothing yet. I will let you know.
Stay alert.
I'll be what?
Interesting.
Did you see that knife-eared servant girl in the kitchen? The ginger.
Keep talking. I'm starting to believe I was there.
I need to get one of those.
Don't we all?
Milady?
Think you can help out a fellow elf? Could I get you to entertain the Grand Duke's men over there? Take them anywhere else.
I think we can help with that, my Lady Inquisitor.
There must be something here.
Lazy elf.
You should have considered that before threatening to burn them all, of course.
Inquisitor Lavellan, is that I am Lady Marcelette, court historian to Her Imperial Majesty.
What exactly does a...
I am responsible for the historical record.
Are you here to chronicle?
Oh, yes. This is a moment. Even if, may God forbid, the talks should fail, it is an important moment.
Good evening.
Another... Inquisitor, enjoying the ball, I hope.
Good...
Another...
Germain bore his nephew's...
Interesting. I had no idea.
anyone have a report on the casualties in the dens?
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could be...
The Grace's Chamberlain has disappeared as usual.
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
that lazy elf. I sent him down to the cellar for more wine. Up. Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
Gaspard is wasting his time. His task will